the arms of a stranger, pretending it's love, holding her closely, remembering your touch, and I'm wrapped on your finger, even though I'm wrapped up in the arms of a stranger, pretending it's love.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing 5 ways to stay motivated to accomplish your goals. So I wanted to do this video because life is hard. Life is extremely hard balancing, your social life, school life, work life, trying to be healthy. It's a lot. So basically, I wanted to do this video because it'll keep reminding myself what I need to keep doing to stay inspired, to stay motivated, to accomplish my goals, because I'm nowhere near where I want to be. So yes, and the things that I'm going to show you guys what I do to stay motivated, to stay inspired, is what really motivates me to keep going. Because sometimes there's days where you get a little discouraged, like life happens and things are not going your way, so you're not really thinking about like your goals as much. So yes, so basically this video is to keep you motivated, keep you inspired to accomplish your goals. I'm right there with you. So this is what keeps me motivated and inspired, and yes, keeps me going and makes me happy to do what I'm doing. So yes, so I hope you guys enjoy this little video. Alright guys, so my first tip to motivate yourself, to inspire you, is to read books. And I know that sounds very like, read books and you'll accomplish your goals. Honestly, reading books will make you way smarter. But what I mean by books is to read motivational, inspiring books. I'm a big fan of doing that. I love to do that. I can sit and read Twilight. I get super distracted really easily, and it's just not my thing. But when I start reading like motivational, inspiring books, I like to read that because I like to know what people go through to get to where they are today. So yes, read books, read motivational books. So the first book is Get Your Shiz Together. It's by Sarah Knight, and she also wrote the book The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fudge. So I'm obsessed. I haven't finished reading this book, but so far I really like it. I feel like everything that she says is applying to my life. How sometimes life happens and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you kind of like let time slip you by, and time is money. So yes, I really recommend to anyone that has goals and is feeling very uninspired, very unmotivated. This will definitely motivate you. And the next book is a very classic book, and if you are a YouTuber and an aspiring entrepreneur, you've probably read this book. I love this book. It's one of my favorites to motivate you to kind of see Sophia Amoruso's journey to how she got to where she is today. She is the founder of Nasty Gal. So she created Nasty Gal. She created the brand Girlboss. That is her brand, and yeah, she is an actual girl boss. So yeah, basically just books that inspire you. It doesn't have to be like fashion or business or stuff like that. If you want to be a cook, get books that have to do with someone who is a chef and how they got to where they are, stuff like that. So first tip for sure that keeps me motivated and to keeps me inspired and to keep going. So next thing is to listen to podcasts. They might not be everyone's favorite thing to do. I know I never used to do that. I never used to listen to podcasts just because, well, I don't know why I never listened. I knew there was podcasts, but I was just like uninterested. But then I found out that you could listen to people like that you know, or people who are going through the same things as you on their podcasts, the things that they talk about. So yeah, you have so much to choose from the podcasts that are there. So going back to Sophia Morasso, she actually has a podcast, and her podcast is called Girlboss Radio. I think that's what it's called. I don't know if the radio is on there. It's called Girlboss. So basically she has other successful people on her podcast show, and they kind of just talk about, you know, their life and how they got to where they are now, and it's really inspiring to hear, so I really like that. And then so I listened to Girlboss podcast, and then I also listened to Being Boss, and they also talk about, you know, certain things like they talk about a lot of stuff. Like if you're a businesswoman, they talk about like branding and stuff, selling, social media, all that stuff. If you want to know how to gain a more following on Instagram, they kind of just talk about all kinds of like social media business stuff, and I really like that. I think it keeps me like inspired, and it just gives me ideas. So I like Being Boss, and I also like Earn Your Happy. I don't know who talks in that podcast. It's also very inspiring. And I also listen to Jenna Kutcher. She also talks about like social media, business type like things. But again, you can listen to the podcast that kind of relates to you. There's different kinds of podcasts. It's insane. They have like TED Talks on there, and you know how TED Talks can be super motivating, and they just kind of like make you think. I remember listening to a TED Talk, and it was just about like real raw things that happen in people's lives, and it's insane, and it kind of makes you think a little bit how like blessed you are, but that's like going off of the subject. But yeah, TED Talks, but yeah, it's so many things. Like if you're a mom, they have like podcasts for moms who are wanting to get ahead in their career and stuff like that, because it's just amazing. I love podcasts, and I can't believe it took me this long to start listening to them, but I love it, and it inspires me a lot, and it motivates me. Third tip to be inspired and motivated is to hang around friends, or to talk to friends about your goals and your dreams. That motivates me so much. You guys have no idea. When I just like sit down and have like a one-on-one with a friend, or you know, two or more friends, and you guys just talk about life and like what you want to do in life and how you're gonna get there, and kind of like your struggles. I feel like that's something that everyone should do with their friends, because you guys can kind of just motivate each other and help each other out, give you guys advice, stuff like that. I definitely recommend that. Sometimes I talk to my sister. I have like talks, and we talk about like our struggles and what we want to do, and just stuff like that. And I also have friends too, and cousins, that we kind of just sit down and talk about our lives. So definitely recommend finding someone to talk about life with. Fourth thing might be really bad, and I'm gonna say it anyways because I want this to be honest, but when I feel like I have like competition with someone, I get motivated, and not in a way where I want to beat her kind of way. Like that is not at all how I think. I'm the kind of person that wants everyone to succeed. I hope that everyone succeed, especially, you know, like between women and stuff. Because I feel like we should kind of like help each other out, you know. I just don't like the fact that some woman could be, you know, like jealousy, stuff like that. I don't want to get into it that much, but yeah, and it sounds bad when I say like competitiveness inspires me, but honestly it does. Not in the sense where I want to beat them, or I'm just like following everything that they do and like making sure I do it better. Not in that way. Like an example, like on Instagram, I see some of my friends kind of like following the trend of being more on Instagram, being an influencer on Instagram and stuff like that, and that kind of motivates me because they're working towards their dreams. So that means I need to work towards my dream. It doesn't have to be the person that is doing the same thing as me. I have a lot of friends who just recently moved to New York, and they're doing what they love, and that also motivates me. I'm very happy for them, but it motivates me more to get to where I am. So yeah, find things that motivate you and make you feel kind of competitive to want it more, if that makes sense. So yeah, definitely not saying to be jealous of your friends and stuff. Definitely not. Support them, love them, and you'll be fine because you have a good heart. And my last and final thing is something very obvious, but it's something a lot of us don't do when trying to accomplish our goals. I don't do it. I know. So that's why I'm saying it, because I need to remind myself that I need to do this too. So my last thing is to actually do what you're working for. Sometimes people like me kind of just say like, yeah, I'm gonna do this in life and I'm gonna get there one way or another, and I end up really not kind of working at it, not really talking about it, not really doing it. And that's how people kind of get uninspired too, because they're not really doing it, if that makes sense. Like if you want to own a business, do your research. I want to own my business and I have done minimal research and I know I need to do more. So yes, do your research, write down everything that you need to do. I definitely need to do this more. I definitely need to do that more. I think one thing that helps me a lot and to kind of like keep me inspired is just me filming these YouTube videos, because I live my life like I'm very busy, and not to say like I'm a very busy person. I do have my day offs and stuff, but I am kind of really busy, so it's hard for me to like film a video or to, you know, take pictures of my outfit and stuff, because there's so much going on and I don't always have the time to do that stuff, the things that I love to do. So it's definitely important to find the time to actually do the things that you're working for towards if that makes sense, because it has to make sense. So yeah, find things and do it. Actually work towards them, and you'll definitely get results and you'll definitely be inspired. And some things take time, but if you keep doing them, I hope that everything will be okay. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got some sort of advice from this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to my channel. And if you have any video requests, please let me know and I'll definitely work on them. And that's it. So I will see you guys in my next video.